Do me a favor, take your hands out of your pockets. Huh? Well, people are calling about you.
Of course they are.
What's going on?
What did I do?
Well, they're saying you're looking into vehicles.
I did not.
Okay. Did you exchange words with someone?
Brown, I'm a beaner.
I don't think it's because of that.
You know it is. Just keep it real. Racism.
What?
It's racism.
It's not racism.
It is racism. It is.
Well, you
don't have to face racism because you're not brown. You're not a beaner. Or you're not black.
How do you know what I am?
You're white. You know. You see your eyes. You're white. You're beautiful white. You're white. You're not racist.
I'm actually mixed, so you can't judge people by their face value.
You don't face what I face every day.
Okay. Are you on the streets right now, or do you live somewhere?
Anything I do, white people try to run what I do. I look suspicious in everything I do. Mm-hmm. If I walk down the street like any other white person, I'm in trouble for what they're doing. We're doing the same thing, but I'm looking suspicious because I'm a beaner. Fucking beaner. And I'm from America. I'm born.
Are you on parole or probation? No. Are you on the streets right now, or?
No.
Not at all? Do you have a home?
Yeah, but I don't want to go. Do I have to?
Huh?
Do I have to be home?
No.
I'm 31 years old.
No, I'm just curious.
Everybody else is not home. So you're going to make me go home?
I'm not going to make you go home. I'm just asking you if you're on the streets or...
Life.
Easy.
Look, you don't face what I have to face. If you did, you wouldn't understand. And now they're bringing one up and then they want big...
Can you do me a favor and take off your backpack?
Why? What am I doing?
Because you're acting strange, like you're under the influence of something.
Of course I am, because I'm a beast.
Okay. Don't fucking do it.
Relax, you're gonna get bit by the dog. I'm telling you right now, you better knock it off. You can get bit by a dog. I'm gonna let him out.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm gonna let him out. You better knock it off.
I'm not doing nothing.
Then let it go. Then relax. Or I'm gonna let that dog out. He's gonna bite you. You understand me right now? I'm gonna bite you. It's just an arrest. We're telling you to lawfully do something. We'll explain it in a second. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get bit. You're not getting locked up.
Oh my God, look at him. What, man?
Give us your hand. Give us your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. You're gonna get bit.
Get on your stomach.
Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach.
No, please.
Shoot. Shoot.
I did, man. I'm sorry.
Give me your hand, bro. Give me your hand.
I am. Ow.
Stop pulling away. Stop pulling away. Okay, I got his right hand. Hold on.
Oh, take your gun off your feet.
Put your arm behind your back. You had every option to listen.
I did.
You did what? You fought us. You did. You didn't do anything.
Okay, I got the right hand.
Get the dog, please.
Put your left hand behind you. Get with your dog and bring it back.
Oh.
Once you get him hooked,
Get the dog. Oh my God. Please, God. Help me, Lord Jesus. Please, God. Oh, sorry, God. What did I do?
Okay, good.
Please get the dog, please.
Stay on the ground.
I am. Oh.
285 code for one detained.
Oh, please.
What were the investigative steps they were taking while he's sitting in the car?
All the complaint says is that he was detained for a brief period in the car while a supervisor, who the complaint says was in the building next to them, showed up moments.
What's the investigative purpose that the complaint alleges?
Seeking identity, Your Honor, which Supreme Court case after Supreme Court case after Supreme Court case.
Yeah, but you know, I'm sure you know, Texas law is not like Louisiana law. You cannot ask for an identity card under the Texas law after Texas v. Brown unless you can lawfully arrest them. That's different than...
It's not a crime under Texas law, but absolutely as part of the investigation, you can seek identity. It's not a crime for the...
But what's the crime justifying the detention? Like, in all these traffic stop cases where we agonize about how long they can keep him in the car, they're getting a dog because they have reasonable suspicion of drugs. They're going to do a show-up because they have reasonable suspicion of bank robbery. What in the allegation, only in the allegation, says that they were looking for what crime?
They were seeking his identity, Your Honor, as part of...
But that's not a crime under Texas law. What's the crime?
Nor was he arrested. This is part of the detention, Your Honor, that is justified by reasonable suspicion. And contrary to what was being said numerous times, in the complaint it says that the officers approached, asked him, how's it going, and asked him to identify himself. Mr. Turner kept videotaping, and Officer Reynolds repeatedly kept asking Mr. Turner if he had the ID with him. They didn't walk up and detain him before he refused to identify himself.
He doesn't have to identify himself under Texas law, correct?
He doesn't have to in order for it not to be a crime. It's not.
So what's
that's a red
the
herring.
Crime they have suspicion to detain him for?
It is a crime of perhaps terroristic activities, perhaps.
Where in his amended complaint does it suggest he was, they had, did they say to him, we think you're a terrorist?
Yes, they said, we have concerns about what's going on outside of our facilities.
That's not a crime. We have concerns.
Right, and you don't have to, under the Terry standard, identify a specific crime. You just have to have a reasonable suspicion under the totality of the circumstances.
That criminal activity is afoot. You have to have
criminal activity may be afoot.
Right. And what you're saying that they had, the criminal activity they were investigating was terrorism? Do you agree we have to accept his allegations are true for the dismissal?
Yes.
Okay. They said, we're putting you in the car to make you sweat. This is what happens to people who don't give us ID. He said that. You're stuck with that at this stage. How can that possibly, in the last 30 years, justify an arrest or even a detention? To make you sweat.
Again, on the, even accepting that standard, it is not relevant under qualified immunity law or Fourth Amendment law, the evil intentions or evil motive of the police officer.
30 years ago, the Supreme Court said you can't detain for punitive purposes. Sounds like make you sweat is punitive. Has to be for investigative. Our court over and over again has said there's got to be an investigative purpose once you detain. Bank robbery, whatever. And if we accept, it may be provable later on, but he says they were doing it to make him sweat.
So I have two answers to your question, Your Honor. One, under the Fourth Amendment, and I cite a case, U.S. v. Goodwin, out of the Seventh Circuit, which cites a number of Supreme Court cases, Indianapolis versus Edmond, Florida versus J.L., Illinois versus Lidster, where they say, in essence, there's a sliding scale. If the crime that's being concerned, that the officers are concerned about, is significant enough, the level of suspicion can be lower. And in this case, I would love to recount the history that I put forth in my brief, but I know you know it already, of what these officers were fearful of, including the events the very days before this happened.
That may be true, but we can't assume that. That's guessing.
my dog.
Give us your hand. Give us your hand.
All right, I
Give me your
did.
hand.
Blythe.
Ma'am, I'm
Give
Blythe.
me your hand. You're gonna
Blythe.
get bit.
No, no.
Get on your stomach.
No,
Get on your stomach.
no, please.
Stealing. 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 Holy, watch your leg. Watch your leg. Watch your leg. King twist. You got 10-10.
I did, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Give me your hand.
Watch your leg. King twist. Confirm you copy that 10-10. We need more units.
Yeah, I got his right hand.
Okay.
Take the dog off me.
Put your arm behind your back. You had every option to listen. You did what? You fought us. I mean, you did. You didn't do anything. I can't really.
Put your left hand behind you.
There you go.
Put your dog and bring it down.
Once you get him hooked, let him go.
Get the dog. Oh my God. Please, God. Help me, Lord Jesus. Please, God. What did I do? Please get the dog, please.
We have to take his allegations as true, that the officers come up and say to him, you won't give us ID? Okay, you're going to make you sweat.
Now, what his complaint says is that when he refused to give ID repeatedly, the officer says, and he asked the officer, why are you detaining me? Or why are you arresting me? The officer says, we're not arresting you. We're not accusing you of a crime. We're simply detaining you to try to determine your identity. And under...
That doesn't work for Terry.
You got Sinclair. So she's here contacting him. It looks like he's getting a little froggy on her. So I pull up right here. She's telling him, hey, what I perceive is we need to check you. Was what I was thinking that she was getting at as I'm getting out of the car. And he says, hey, and he starts backing away on her. So she grabs, and I walk up and grab his arm. He immediately tenses and starts digging down and pulling. I gave him half a dozen commands so he's gonna get bit. Not half a dozen, probably 3 or 4 commands. I'm gonna bite him. He even looked at me and my dog.
Hey, all right.
And is like, all right. And so the fight was on. Hey, dude, thanks for showing up, man. I appreciate it. I'll see you around. Good.
Yeah, so I get here, and I can tell right off the back he's rambling about shit, but he's 11 by 6, right?
Get all kinds of loose
He rolls
clothing
up,
on,
I
but-
told him to take out his backpack, he's like, oh, why? So starts like kind of backing up, so I grab his hand, and he's like, whoa.
I'm actually off.
Give him plenty of commands, like, hey.
I was standing right there when the radio was like, fuck that. So.
He warns him, like, hey, don't fuck around.
Yeah.
I went down to the ground, and then he was starting to swing, so I just reached over, grabbed my door, let the dog out. Told him again, you better stop. He continued to almost roll with her, and I just put him on him. People were calling about you, looking into cars and stuff. So that's why we were there. But that's all we wanted to talk about. Do you understand that? I'm just telling you why we were there. Do you understand that? Okay.
Okay. After the injury, 50 mics in time. 50 mics. Okay. Via IV. Yeah. Can you look at your toes, man? Can you look at your toes? Okay. You feel this?
Put your hands down.
You feel this?
Put your hands down.
No, we want you to pass out. No? You're not in your left hand, right? Take that high blood pressure. Okay, you are calm. Let's go. And this was just like a...
Okay, go ahead, take a seat. Are you injured on your legs?
No.
The dog didn't bite your legs? Just your back on your side? Right where we're looking, right? Okay, go take a seat. What do you want to do? Yeah, go ahead, yeah.